Hi, this is Roger, thanks for dropping by. This is going to be what will appear to be a silly video because I've come out here to film something that I saw, and by the time I got out here it was gone. So I can't film it, can I? But I can put a still up from the internet to show you what I missed and therefore you missed. Now the weather's cooled down at the moment, so I'm hoping to be able to get out here and start tidying up these gravel beds, getting rid of all the old forget-me-nots and just generally weeding and just generally tidying up sort of thing. I mean, Hannah did a good job pruning the shrubs and everything. I'm going to have to get at that bamboo now. It does this every third year and it chucks up these enormous new shoots, and what I have to do is I have to get the hook tool and pull them out and cut them off as low down as I can, and then of course I've got to get rid of them, you know, and they're sort of 3 meters long, but it has to be done. They can't be left. It's tall enough as it is. Now quite a bit of the ground covers come into bloom. The thyme is actually looking really good at the moment and the bees are all over that. Most of it's in flower now, so that's looking good. And some other things. I'll have a walk around here. I've got nothing else to do at the moment. I've had my meal. The rose campion is coming out, and I hope the video can actually show the colour. It is a vibrant colour, absolutely stunning. There's plenty more spikes to come into bloom as well. It's not going to look as good as it did last year, but I'm pleased that it made it, because when Tony was doing the framework for the decking, it sort of got trampled, and I couldn't really complain because of, you know, what he was helping me do. Again, ground covers coming into bloom here. This looks really good, lovely vibrant yellow, which is what we'll get onto in a minute, is yellow. The buddleia's got blooms on now. It's not as interesting for the butterflies as the purple, that's definite, and I'm hoping that the two there that will get planted up in the gap at the top there are going to be purple. Because they were self-seeded in the garden, I'm assuming they came off of my purple ones before they died, but it's an assumption. Anyway, some other things to look at. The mimulus is looking nice now. I'm glad I saved that, as long as it stays out of the sun. I'm not going to take the seed pods off because the seeds that Hannah took off of that last year didn't make it. None of them germinated, so she'll have another go. She likes taking cuttings and seeds from here to see if she can get them going up at her place. My ferns are quite badly frazzled now. The trouble is that's what they're going to look like for the rest of the year now, which is a nuisance. But the thing that is a lovely splash of colour, the crocosmia, is coming out. We've got quite a few spikes this year. We lost the biggest spike on the plant because I was putting the plant supports in. You can have a job to see them from here. But they're those, they're 2 spikes with a semicircle on, and they help hold things upright. And the one that was hanging over here got caught on the rose, and as I straightened it up it broke. So I took it off and put it in some water and put it indoors. Right, now we'll get on to what I came out here for. I was in the kitchen serving up my meal, putting it on the plate and that sort of thing, and out of the corner of my eye I saw a flash of vibrant yellow in the garden. Now I knew exactly what it was immediately. I know all of the British butterflies, even from a distance. There's a few that can be a bit confusing, especially the fritillaries and the skippers, and I suppose some of the blues as well. And there's still an awful lot of our British butterflies I've never seen. But nonetheless, I knew exactly what this was. I grabbed the camera, came flying out, and it circled the garden a couple of times and then shot off over there. Now this particular butterfly, I will put a picture up that I've stolen off the internet, is a migrant. So obviously it hits the south coast first, so you're most likely to see them on the south coast, but they do make their way inland some year, and some years they come over in their thousands. Other years hardly any at all, so it does vary a lot. This was not expected in the garden, definitely. I shall update my list of butterflies seen in the garden and add that one in as a very, very unexpected visitor, because I certainly never expected to see one of those in the garden. Highly unlikely. They're not into enclosed spaces. They like open spaces. I could go somewhere tomorrow and guarantee sightings, and that's along the Undercliff at Southbourne, literally on the coast. You've got the cliffs themselves, and then you've got like a roadway that goes along the bottom of the cliffs, the Undercliff. And along there, they're there every year in reasonable numbers, so you could, providing it wasn't raining, you could almost guarantee a sighting. But what's unusual about this butterfly, it lands quite frequently, but it never lands with its wings open. They're always closed. So the only pictures people ever get are pictures of the underside, wings closed. To actually get a shot of the wings open is incredibly rare. That's just the way they are. Some butterflies are like that. Brimstones hardly ever open their wings. But yeah, I'll show you a picture of what you missed, basically. As I said, I did grab the camera and get out here as fast as I could, but it didn't land in the garden at all, wings open or closed. But nonetheless, it visited the garden, it goes on the list. So take a look at this and see what you missed. Anyway, a very unusual visitor, and only a short video really, just to sort of mention that we had that in the garden. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for dropping by.